Good day. My name is Brian Levine, and I'm the Executive Director of the Glenn Gould Foundation, based in Toronto, Canada. And I am speaking to you today to extend our very, very heartfelt greetings to everyone at D Major TV, particularly our friends Alida Altenberg and Alberto Collini. And we're paying tribute today to D Major TV's participation as a presenter in the 2018 edition of Piano City Milano, one of the great musical events of Europe and of the world, which brings music and especially the love of the piano to people across the great historic city of Milano in the most unexpected and creative venues. And it really is an unbelievable experience to stroll into the museums and the parks and even onto the streetcars and transit system of your great city and experience music from every style, every nationality, all presented on this incredible collection of 88 keys we call the piano. An instrument, of course, which is very close to us thanks to our deep involvement with the life, art, and legacy of Glenn Gould. Now, this year, I know that Piano City Milano has a great deal of participation from D Major TV. Our friends, we're so happy to be co-presenters and to partner with them on many projects. And this year's participation is going to be an enormous treat for all lovers of music, with featured performances by the great pianist Greta Lobefaro and Emanuela Stracci. And of course, in situations like this where special projects bring music to people far and wide, we always have to acknowledge the generosity and the vision of wonderful sponsors. In this case, we thank Mr. Giovanni Iannantuoni, the president of Yamaha Italy. Thank you so much for your support, which has helped to make it possible for D Major TV to, again, step beyond the bounds of what is ordinary in order to bring music to people who don't have enough experience of it, especially live and over the internet. So this embrace of traditional technology, the piano with all of its craftsmanship, its tens of thousands of intricately crafted and assembled pieces, and the modern miracles of technology through the internet would have been very, very dear to Glenn Gould's heart. We congratulate you. We know that it's going to be an awesome and an incredible day. And we also would like to call to everyone's mind the memory of a truly remarkable artist so closely associated with the piano, Glenn Gould, who, of course, is the inspiration for our organization as we pay tribute to his life and legacy all around the world and, of course, in his home country of Canada. It is our joy to be able to celebrate the power of the arts to transform lives in every possible circumstance, from great challenges to the ordinary life of our times, through music and through the inspirational figure of Glenn Gould. And of course, one of the ways we do that is through the Glenn Gould Prize, one of the world's most interesting and creative awards for artistic excellence. It is available to artists of every possible type and all nationalities from around the world. And we're very excited because just 2 or 3 weeks ago, we assembled the latest in our remarkable series of international juries to choose our newest laureate, our 12th. And we were deeply honored to have such an extraordinary array of artists and arts lovers from around the world, headed by our chair, the wonderful actor, poet, painter, photographer, publisher, and soon-to-be film director Viggo Mortensen, who I think most of you will know from The Lord of the Rings and films by many directors, including David Cronenberg, and the great singer Uta Lemper, the also great singer from the operatic stage, Sandra Radvanovsky, Fode Musa Suso, an incredible musician from Africa, Howard Shore, one of the great film music composers of our time, and on it went. We had jurors from 4 different continents, all converging, drawn by their admiration for Glenn Gould and for their deep, lifelong commitment to the arts as a force for social transformation for personal growth and for liberation in every way imaginable. And it was a very fascinating and deeply inspiring day of discussions that really touched on why art is an imperative urge and impulse and component of a fully developed human life, why the arts are vital to society as a way of drawing people together at a time when we are so deeply split apart in so many ways, that common language of communication that unites us all, that is what the prize is all about. And I'm so thrilled and delighted that on April 13th, the jury got together in front of a wonderful audience here in Toronto to announce that our newest laureate is one of the great vocal artists of this time and any time, the amazing Jesse Norman. And next year we will be presenting the prize in a stellar series of events, culminating in a great concert and prize presentation to Ms. Norman here in Toronto. I hope that those of you who can will join us for that, reach out to us and participate when we present this, the Glenn Gould Prize, to the great Jesse Norman. And I know from speaking with her that it's an award that touches her deeply, that she hugely admires Glenn Gould, and of course as a vocal artist who's given recitals around the world, and an integral part of so many of her performances is her collaboration with pianists, so the piano is a very important part of her life too. All of which is to say, life on our planet as we know it and as we value it, and in all of its richness, would be inconceivable without the piano. The piano is something that we see so often, we hear so often, we shouldn't take it for granted. And that's why Piano City Milano and the participation of D Major TV are so important. So get out, celebrate, enjoy, be inspired, be moved by the beauty of this instrument and its ability with its hammers and its strings to emulate the sounds of an orchestra or a human voice, or just to be itself. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking an interest in the work of the Glenn Gould Foundation and paying tribute to really one of the great pianists and one of the great artists to come along in the last 100 years, Glenn Gould. I wish you a beautiful, glorious day. Ciao a tutti.